Hello there. My name is Dr. C K Narayan, and I am most happy to bring to you a training program on trading. And in trading, you have three significant elements. First is the entry, second is the setting of stop losses, and third is the taking of profits. What I'm proposing to do is to split these three elements into three different programs and have a webinar for each of these programs. Right? So first up, we are going to be having a program on entries. Now, entry is one of the most critical elements, right, in your trading success, because a good entry will ensure that the success rate of your trade can increase quite dramatically. Oftentimes you find that stops are triggered or profits are compromised because the entry that you made into the trade is not such a favorable one. Now, when it comes to entries, there are lots of ways that people do it. Is your entry random? Is it analyzed? Is it pre-planned? Do you have a fixed way of entering a trade, or is it just you know I'll I'll buy it or sell it at 9:15 and I'll hope for the best? Because if it is more of the latter, then chances are that you're riding your luck and you're not really playing things to a plan. Therefore, the worst is random entry. Analyzed or planned entries require some knowledge, right? And that is what we are going to be really discussing in the webinar, which is designed towards entries, right? And this particular webinar, I'm going to be speaking about how to plan a good entry. Should I enter now or should I enter later? Shall I trade all at one go, or should I buy it or sell it in parcel? What would be the correct rate at which I can have a resting order or I can have a limit order? How do I estimate the probabilities of the trade really working out or for the good entry? Or how do I get these probabilities on my side so that I can, when I make a good entry, my chances of succeeding in this trade are considerably better. During this webinar, I hope to clarify many of your doubts about entering a trade. So I would prefer and I would be happy to make this a very interactive webinar. The more questions you ask, I'm happy to answer. I will also discuss some of the mental aspects or the psychological aspects relating to entries during this program. And yes, I plan to show you a lot of examples, right, of dusting of different entry techniques. But don't worry, these are not going to be too complex. They're going to be simple and easy to implement. And because I believe through all the webinars that I do, that trading, which in itself is a rather difficult job, should not be made more difficult by the analysis or the entry techniques or exit techniques. It should be kept as simple and as direct as possible. So come and join me in during this week and let us together explore this world of how to enter a trade at as appropriate a juncture in the movement of the stock as possible so that our idea of a profitable trade is enabled. See, the market is willing to give you money. You are working hard to give yourself money. Now, somewhere along the way, you must join up these two, that your willingness to work hard and the willingness of the market to give you the money. These will be joined together into a very productive item if you can get your entry, your uh, stop loss being set at the correct level, and your exits being planned well and executed well. If these three things are executed well, then the chances of winning with at the game of trading is very, very high. So this three-part webinar is all about being able or equipping yourself to execute much better than what you have been doing. So I invite as many of you as you can to join us for this webinar. Details about this webinar are available on our website. If you cannot find them there, feel free to call up the office. My staff will be more than happy to assist you, and I hope to see a lot of you there. Until then, goodbye, and I await your presence at the webinar. Thank you.